Good evening, Queen.
Good evening.
Evening, Ma.
How's everyone this evening?
We are all doing
Well,
good.
thank you. We are blessed, thank you, and great to see you.
Thank you very much. I hope my lighting is fine. Today I'm struggling trying to find the perfect location in this house. It seems like everything is just against my light today. All right, Leader Natalia, are you there?
Yes, we can start, Amina.
Thank you very much. Do we usually pray before we start, or do we just go for it? Okay, guys, today we are doing product training. So my name is Amina Mnisi. I am based in Nelspruit in Mpumalanga. I am an associate to the business. I have a background in herbalism. So I work with herbal products. I actually mix a whole lot of herbal remedies. And that is one of the reasons why I joined this business, because when I looked at the ingredients, the products actually attracted me to the business because it's products that I can relate to when I looked at the ingredients. And before I could even get my order of the products, I already knew that these products are going to be effective in whatever is listed with just by looking at the ingredients. So rest assured that you are in the right business with the right product. So that is a guarantee that I can give you this evening. Then we kick off our presentation for tonight. Let food be thy medicine. And I can relate to this because when I got my calling to work with plants, it was a scripture that I received, and I saw myself healing people while praying for the herbs. I actually were praying for the plants to actually come alive and heal the people that were in front of me. So I relate to this quote, let food be thy medicine, because the food that we consume as your vegetables and your fruits, and it's all nature that we get from trees, and they become medicine when they touch our bodies. Thank you. Can we move on? Aplgo, we're introducing the world's first anion DNA drop. I struggled trying to figure out why is it called the DNA drop. And as I engaged leaders and went further into checking this product, then I realized that the DNA of the plant is extracted and put into the lozenge. So when you take the lozenge, you automatically take the DNA of the plant itself. And that is why it's called the DNA drop. Thank you, Leader Natalia. We can move on. And we can move on to the next one. Accumulate SA. I had to do some work around trying to understand. I think Leader Iris is there, where I tried to debate a lot with her about why is it called Accumulate SA. And I got to figure out that it's the technology that is used when they extract this DNA from the plant. And that is why it's called the Accumulate SA, because it's part of the technology that they use in extracting all the nutrients that needs to be in the lozenge. Thank you. We can move on. Apl lozenges, they contain a whole lot, a whole food particle, which is a whole plant. So whatever ingredients that are in your lozenge, they are taken from a whole plant. Yes, there are some where they just take the roots, some that they just take the leaves or just the fruit. But whatever that you get in there, it's the whole food, all the nutrients that you would need in a whole food. You find it in your lozenge there. And here also, it just talks about the technology that we touched on, that it's a unique way. And this was the first company that I actually engaged or heard of that uses this accumulate technology to extract the DNA from a plant. And this was for me intriguing and very interesting. And that is when I wanted to try this product and see if they really mean what they say. And I'll tell you, I'll share a bit of my testimony with some of the products because I'm very naughty. I mix and match products just to see how they will turn out. And this morning I had an amazing experience with products that I mixed this morning. Every product is made from a carefully selected composition. I just want to move this, sorry. Made from a carefully selected composition of fruits, plants, herbs. We've touched on that it's making Aplgo products a huge breakthrough in the field of nutrition. We all know, when you want to take any health supplements, it's either you will take it as a loose tea, which are the herbs, which are not a very nice experience for many people. Some would take it in a capsule form or in a powder form. And I never, not once, have ever thought about having all that nutrients with just a lozenge that I think I end up over even having some of the lozenges because they're so nice to taste. And the fact that it's so easy to use, you just place it in your mouth and that's it. I end up finding myself over consuming them, but I love them. Our products offer a true benefit to your well-being. So we all know, we've already heard the testimonies that these products actually are there for your whole body. Today, as I was preparing to come on board, I actually looked at all the products holistically, and I saw that they actually cover the whole body. You've got something for your brain, you've got something for your gastro, you've got something for your stomach, you've got something for your liver, you've got something for the heart, something for the bones and joints, you've got something for your respiratory tract, you've got something for your nervous system, you've got something for pain, something for your beautiful skin and nails and hair. You also got something for your reproductive system. So it's holistic healing, not just targeted at one specific part in the body. That's what these products cover you in totality. We can move on. Okay, we currently have 15 drops. I'm trying to get this thing out of the way because it keeps on, let me see, put it there. Okay, there we go. We've got 15 drops. We all know we've got the 16th one coming soon, which is the HPY. And currently we've got STP, ALT, RLX, ICE, NRM, HRT, GRW, GTS, PWR, BTY, MLS, BRAIN, and SLD. We can move on. Before we continue, we just need to also make this information available to you that these products do not treat. They are not medicine. They are only supplements to help manage your health challenges and to boost your immunity. So we are not prescribing medicine to our customers, and we do not try and diagnose. We work with what they tell us, and we see a product or a supplement that is able to assist them with the symptoms that they have indicated to us. So when you are taking our supplements, please do not stop taking your regular medicine. It is important, if you know that you've got allergies, also consult your medical practitioner before you take our supplements. And if you want to use our supplements to supplement a chronic medication that you are taking, you can also check that with your medical practitioner. These are only supplements and they do not replace medication. Thank you. Next slide. Okay, now we get to the favorite part. You probably all realize I suck at the first introductions. This is where I'm at. I'm a herbalist, so I only talk about herbs. So the formal first part really is not my strength. So the first product we have is ALT. I see on the screen, we've made a mistake there on top. We put it as ATL, and it's actually ALT. Now, I said to you when I introduced the products that they cover you holistically. So this is the first product that covers your breathing, your lungs, your whole respiratory tract is covered by ALT. ALT is one of the great products that we have, and especially now during the times that we are faced with COVID and all sorts of other things that are happening in our lives right now. ALT has become actually the rescue product for most of our customers. But what makes ALT such a unique product? Because it helps you with your breathing. So it works to open up your lungs. It defends you against environmental irritants. And because lots of things can, for instance, people that have got a horrible allergy, they would struggle to breathe at times, or you get into a space where there is pollen in the air, then you feel your chest close up. So ALT will help you and ease your body so that you are able to breathe. It will ease your lungs so that you are able to breathe. It also helps with swelling of the liver, kidney, body tissues, and sinus. Oh, we know lots of people that are battling with sinus, especially during this, the blooming season, the sneezes in the morning. My family is one of those where every morning when we wake up, everybody is sneezing. But we have now tried to start taking ALT, and I see that the sneezes, especially for me, because I would sneeze and have watery eyes because I have a horrible allergy. And so ALT has assisted me a lot. And I've had so many testimonies of people that have taken ALT, and ALT has also assisted them during their COVID recovery period and post-COVID. So ALT is good because it's got anti-inflammatory that are able to break down fluids and able to break down the mucus that would clog your lungs. It's good for people that battle with allergies. It's good for people that battle with asthma. It's good for people with sinuses, lung infections, hay fever. So anything that touches or affects the respiratory tract, ALT would work for them. I'm going to share now the next screen, please, Natalia. Okay, grow. As I was talking about ALT, I want you to always remember ALT works for your respiratory tract. Then we've got grow, which is for your immune. We all know that respiratory ailments actually affect your immune system, and then they get into your lungs and they start affecting your whole body. Now, that is where GRW comes in, because this is your defense. I need you to always remember that a house or a yard which does not have protection is open for attack. So if the soldiers that guard your body are not at their best peak or optimal level, they're not used to fighting a war, or they are not there to be able to defend you if a war breaks out, then you are open for attacks from anyone that would want to attack you. That is what growth does. It is your body's defense. That is the one thing that you always need to make sure it is at its best, because if you do not protect your body, then you will find yourself attacked by so many other illnesses. And we all know it is very difficult to get rid of an illness once it's in, but it's better to prevent it. So always make sure that you do take grow, which is your GRW, because it makes sure that your immune system is always at its best. Now, if you take GRW and you combine it with ALT, for people that suffer from bed, allergies, sinus, asthma, and any other chronic illnesses that affect the respiratory tract. Combine these two and use them together as a duo product because they will help your body. They both have got immune boosting properties. They also have anti-inflammatories. They've got antioxidants that are there to assist you. So mix these two. If you suffer or you have a client that suffers, especially from severe asthma, severe sinus and allergies, tell them to combine these two and take them together. And you will see results because it will boost the system. Thank you. Next slide, please, Natalia. Slide. Now, we spoke about your defense, your respiratory tract. Now we touch what supplements that will help you with your bone and your joint, which is your whole mobility function. SLD has got ingredients like ginger root, turmeric, wild strawberry, licorice, grapple, green tea, and balsam pear. I think I've touched base the last time when I shared with you guys what balsam pear is. It is that green, oh, I can't point. I don't have functions. Okay. It's that green cucumber looking like just below the box there. In our or in my language, we call it inkaka. So we all have it in our homes. I went outside today, just walked around my fence and I realized, oh, okay, I've got inkaka still growing in my yard. And we know that it is very good for the whole system. So here we've got that. Then we've got another one called grapple. Grapple, you would probably know it in South Africa and in the Southern African countries. We know it as devil's claw because it is native to Southern African countries like your Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa. This product, we use it a lot. It is actually the key product here on slide, the grapple, because it works for your joints. If you suffer a lot from joint pain, arthritis, injuries, where you're recovering from an injury, maybe you're a sports person or you fell and you broke something, when you recover from that, if you take slide, because of that particular ingredient, which is grapple root, it actually helps also your cells to regenerate. So it's actually good for you as you help yourself by taking supplements that will help you with your daily, with the ease of your daily movements. It also helps because of turmeric and ginger that is in there and licorice. These are also great anti-inflammatories. They actually also great blood cleansers. They help with circulation, so they assist the body's whole circulation of blood, you know, from from every part of your body. This will help a lot, which is your ginger, your turmeric, and your licorice. And then we all know green tea. Green tea is very effective because it also has properties to prevent any illnesses or any attacks. So for instance, if your joints, you are someone that's about to get an acid attack, then your green tea is actually a preventer that will assist you there. Then we can move on to the next slide. GTS, get strength. Now this is where I'm going to tell you about the testimony that I did this morning. So I decided, and I told Ulida Iris, I think yesterday, that I'm going to be very naughty this morning. I'm going to try GTS and brain. So I took MLS in the morning, and I took brain, and I took GTS. Now, you should have seen me. I was a busybody today because I now activated my energy levels, also activated my brain, and then also MLLs help with my gut detox. So I had so much energy, and I can feel that my energy now is running low because I was so active the whole day because I was naughty. I combined these three, brain and GTS and MLS, and I found myself super and hyper active today. I practically packed my whole office from start to end today because I had that much energy. So GTS gives you that extra energy. You cannot have a body that does not have energy. Remember, I said the products are holistic. So GTS gives you that strength. It also gives you the energy that you need. And it's good for people. You know, there are people that suffer from chronic fatigue, where you're always feeling exhausted. You wake up in the morning, your body is tired. You know, even at 10 o'clock, you're already feeling tired. So try and get GTS in the morning and see how it will carry you out. It really carried me out for the better part of today. I'm actually feeling now that, okay, it's maybe time to pump up another GTS, but I want to sleep, so I won't do it. So GTS will help you with your strength and endurance. If you're a sports person, if you're a person that likes to be mobile, you know, you take part in sports, or you just need that extra boost every day, or a person that is going, for instance, Sister said, if you are always sitting in meetings and you're part of the presenters and you want to get on board there with some extra energy, take GTS. It will really give you that push that you need. So GTS helps you for recovery after illnesses. It's also a great immune booster. It also increases your mental alertness and sharpness. And that is what I wanted to see today, that if I mix brain and GTS, what would really happen to me? And I tell you, I was like that Teddy on Duracell batteries. So it really works. Try it tomorrow morning and then give us some feedback. Now, GTS, I know I have not covered brain, but I just want to make a point before I pass that GTS also assists people that are battling with epilepsy, stroke, and stress. So if you combine GTS with brain, it is very effective for epilepsy, stroke, and stress. It will help them cope and be able to get along with their lives. Also, GTS, if you mix it with GROW, remember GROW was the immune booster, the second one we went to. So if you mix GTS and GROW, if you are suffering from COVID, or if you've just recovered from COVID and your body's still weak, or you're recovering from any illness, it could be TB, it could be bronchitis, could be anything with the respiratory tract, mix your GTS and your GROW and take that to help you recover, because GTS also has a lot of circulatory herbs in them that help your body gain its strength. Move on to the next slide. Thank you. HRT, heart. We all, it speaks for itself, the heart. This one takes care of one of the most important parts or organs in your body, which is the heart. But it's not only necessarily for people that have got a heart problem. Remember, these are supplements. So if you take supplements that enhance a certain organ to function better, you are actually also preventing any future illnesses that would want to attack that particular organ. So if you take HRT, you are actually safeguarding your heart from future attacks. It is a powerful product because it helps maintain the body's normal circulatory. It's got its own circulatory herbs, which your dandelion, your turmeric, your grape, your milk thistle, your avocado, your antichoke. These are excellent, excellent circulatory drugs. Oh, sorry, not drugs, herbs. I'm thinking of drugs now because I'm always speaking about medicine as a drug. So here we're talking about supplements, and it is the herbs that are the ingredients. It's also good for blood pressure and all heart diseases. It is good for people that have suffered stroke and it also lowers your cholesterol. We all know as you pick up weight, I know for myself, just when I moved from size 36 to 38, cholesterol kicked in. And you can think that, oh, you are not that big, but cholesterol comes in when we pick up a little bit of weight, and cholesterol is dangerous to our health because it can lead to heart problems. It also protects us from free radicals, and it also protects you from having blood clots. It's good for your urinary tract, and it's also a great immune booster. So people that suffer from heart-related illnesses, this is a very good supplement for them to take. If you're battling with cholesterol, start taking it and then go and measure your cholesterol. You will see that it will be very effective. It's also good for people that are suffering from high blood pressure because it also, normalizes your blood pressure. Next slide. RLX, relax. This is now a product that helps you calm down. It puts you in a relaxed mode. When we say chill, relax, this is what it does. It helps your body relax. It also helps you have your mental calmness. Sometimes there are times where there are so many things that overwhelm you in the day. Then you find like there's so many noises that are coming from your mind that you just want to tell everything to stop. Just pop RLX in, and RLX will command all those noises in your head to stop. It actually helps you as well if you just suddenly get a headache or you suffer from anxiety. It's also good for people that have high BP because it lowers it. It also helps you with your blood sugar, your cholesterol. It's good for people that suffer a lot from depression. We all know we are living in very difficult times now. We are struggling to cope as people. And it's not only us here in South Africa, it's the whole world. Everybody is struggling. So many people have lost their jobs. So many people have lost their loved ones. Everything is just closing in on us. And then we find it very difficult. Some people can cope with the stress. Some people struggle to cope until they get to depression. So RLX will help even people that are suffering from depression, people that are prone to anxiety attacks, people that are prone to panic attacks, people that are generally working in high stress environments. This is very good for them. It also helps you improve the quality of your sleep. It actually restores your sleep. I used to struggle falling asleep before 11 o'clock in the evenings, but now I find myself fast asleep before 11 o'clock because I take my RLX in the evenings. It restores your sleep patterns. It also helps you with by clarifying your mental function. So if you I just said now that sometimes you feel everything is overwhelming and now you can't think straight, just pause, just breathe in, take your RLX and just give yourself a few minutes as you wait for it to dissolve, and you will feel calmer. So this one is a product that you must always have in your pocket. If you're stuck, I know Joburg traffic can really drive you over the edge and you feel like road rage, have your RLX in the car. When you feel it's too much, just pop it in and you will be fine. Next one, please, leader. Thank you, Iris. I see my leader there, Iris, saying RLS is the boss. It is the first product I tried, and it's the first product where I saw results. As I was driving, I had a horrible neck pain, and I took RLX, and in a space of 5 minutes, I felt the relief. So I know that it works very well. Now, this is HPR, HERPA, which is for the liver. Before I touch on what it does, I want to just bring your attention to the functions of the liver. So we have this thing called the liver inside our body, which is one of the the heaviest organ that we have in our bodies. It is the size of a football. That's the size of a liver. It has got many functions. And if you thought a diamond should be your best friend, right now I want to tell you, your liver should be your best friend. If there is something you need to take care of, it is your liver. You will understand as I touch on it now. You need to take care of your liver. And that is why I'm so happy that Aplgo decided to create a single product that looks after the liver, specifically for the liver, because they understand the importance of the liver, the function that it carries. So the first thing, your liver is a filter, because it detoxifies all the blood. The blood comes through the liver. The liver scans the blood that comes in, says good blood, bad blood, oh, nonsense in here, good things in here. Whatever that is nonsense, it takes out. Whatever that is good but cannot be used at that particular moment, it stores it. It puts it into little storage pockets and it stays there for later use. And whatever that needs to be released back into the blood, to the bloodstream, it releases. So it is your filter system. Everything gets pushed in there and it makes a decision. You go now, you don't go now, you go out. So it decides you're going out the body, which is out of your bowel movements, or it will go through your kidneys and get excreted as urine. So the liver does the first function, which is the filter function. All the blood in your body passes through the liver. There is no other shortcut. Every single blood in your liver, in your body, goes through the liver. And as it goes through, it breaks down the substances. Like we always take over-the-counter prescription drugs, Aplgo and all those heavy drugs that we usually take. It will break down even for people that are taking street drugs. The liver functions to actually cleanse that. For people that drink alcohol and take lots of caffeine, all that goes through the liver, and the liver has to try and filter that. Just you're good for the body, you're bad for the body, go out, stay in, go to storage. The next function of the liver, I always, when I teach about the liver, because every time I try and treat a patient that comes to see me, I work on the liver first. And I have two rules. It is getting to understand the liver's function as a filter mechanism, as a filter system. And the second one is to understand that your liver is like a chemical factory. You have your own mini factory inside. And the liver performs 500 chemical functions in your body. It produces blood clotting factors, and which are very much needed, because whenever you need to heal after an injury, your body needs to be able to clot your blood so that you can stop bleeding. It also stores vitamins, it stores hormones, it stores cholesterol. Good and bad cholesterol goes out, good cholesterol stays in. So it's forever breaking that. And it also stores your minerals and filters them. Your liver will then make use of its filter system to release some of those chemicals and the nutrients that needs to go out the body or stay in the body, and then release what is good back into your bloodstream. Your liver also has got a very big function, which is bile production. I told you it's a factory. It has a storage system, it has a filter system. Now it also has a manufacturing system, and then it also has a production system. It produces bile, which is necessary to break down fat in your body. If your liver cannot help your with bile production, it means that your body cannot break down fat. So if you look at all these functions, you need your liver to always be at its optimum function, because every single other part or illness that comes into your body will need the function of the liver. If you want to have good skin, your hormones need to be in place. If you want to have a good heart, your bloodstream or your circulation needs to be in place. If you want to lose weight, your hormones should be right. Your fat breaking should work. If you want, and your digestive system should work. So all these things are part of the liver. So if there is something that you want to kickstart when it comes to your health journey for yourself, start with the liver, which is your first detox phase. So HEPA or HPR helps with the detoxification of the gallbladder, your stomach, and your liver. So if there is one thing that you take away today, HPR should be one of the products that you take away together with the next product. We can move on, Leader Natalia. Oh, I think I talked too much. Next one, STP. So this one, we all know that the body will get attacks from time to time. Remember, I told you about GROW, which is your defense, your soldier system, your wall, your barricade from invaders. But from time to time, you will get and find yourself being attacked by something that enters to your body and causes inflammation, and that inflammation then causes pain. Now, we need something that would immediately work on the inflammation and get rid of it fast and before it develops into a bigger problem. So this is where STP comes in. It stops. I like the name because when I tried to figure out, how I can package this, then I realized that, okay, this thing comes in and STP stops it. You have an invader trying to enter through the small gate into your house. Then, your security guard stops it immediately and says, listen, you do not go further than this. This is where you end. So this is what stop means to me. That is how I could package it nicely to remind myself. It will help people that suffer from diabetes, people that suffer from gout. We all know gout is a big concern right now. People that suffer from arthritis, people that suffer from cholesterol. So any pain that you have, back pain is also a major one. I did speak about arthritis, inflammation of the joints. Bokoko. We all know our grandmothers, oh God, they struggle with joint pain. It also increases blood flow, and it's good also for the heart because it has a lot of circulatory herbs in there. One of the major herbs, again, you can see on this one again, we've got grapple plant, which I said it's devil's claw, which is native to Southern Africa. It's one of my best herbs because I know it. We pick it all over, and it works very well. That is why you see now a Russian company using a native Southern African herb as part of the ingredients. That had me very excited. It's got analgesic properties. So the reason why it's able to stop the pain is because when the attack comes into your body, it causes that inflammation and the swelling. Then you need an analgesic to come in and an anti-inflammatory to dissolve the inflammation and then also deal with that pain, to soothe or numb that pain. That is where STP comes in. It's able to numb and stop the pain on its track and stop the inflammation or the infection before it spreads to other parts of the body. So this one, if you take STP and you mix it with other products, it will work very well for people that suffer from anything a condition that also brings in pain. Just put STP as part of your remedy that you give them. Thank you. Next one. Eyes. Now, I spoke about the liver. I keep on saying favorite products. They are all my favorite. So that's the problem. And that's why I say I'm overindulging, because I'm forever trying all of them so that I can figure out if they do what they do. Ice. When you talk about ice, there is a TV ad that we usually see of a lady that suddenly her throat gets a bit of fire, and then they would bring in firefighters, and they would spray, you know, that white chemical into her throat, and she would then feel better, because that's what happens with gastro conditions. You feel a fire burn. If you know acid reflux, it's very painful. It feels like a fire. And if it attacks you, you will think you're suffering from a heart attack, or you will think that your chest is on fire. So this is where ice comes in. There is fire, then there is ice. So you are on fire, then you take ice, and ice will actually soothe that fire and put it out. So this is what ice does. Ice works for our gastro. So anything from your throat down to your esophagus, down to your gastro system, everything in there, right up to your stomach. This is where ice functions. And it's got these nice herbs. It's got meadowsweet, which is a very effective herb that we use for heartburn, gastric ulcers, and licorice we use a lot for indigestion. We use for acid reflux. We use for stomach disorders. Aloe vera has got an alkalizing property that we use, which it counters against acids and restores your digestive system's pH. Sea buckthorn, we've got sea buckthorn on here, yes. And it kills bacteria and viruses, yeasts, and it also assists in digestion. So you can see that ice has been designed to give relief to your whole gastro system and digestive system as a whole. So if you are someone that suffers from ulcers, get ice. And if you take ice and MLS, you will be very happy. If you are someone that suffers from peptic ulcer or gastric ulcers, try the combination MLS and ice together. You will thank me in another, some other day. If you suffer a lot from acid reflux, take ice alone. You don't actually even need anything else. Ice alone will be able to help you with that. If you are someone that suffers from heartburn, or there is a condition that many people suffer from, and it's a condition they suffer in silence, it's called IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, where it feels like your intestines are being twisted and they are breaking. So if you take ice and MLS, it will help you. If you meet anyone that says they struggle with their digestive system or their gastro system, give them ICE. And it helps for constipation, Sonia. Yes, it helps for constipation. Remember, we've got aloe vera, which is also a natural laxative. So it will help you a lot. And yes, all these herbs are safe to use for pregnant women that suffer horrible heartburn. I didn't see the name there, but yes, you asked the question about pregnancy. Sell this to the pregnant women. Let them have ice and their lives will be much easier. Next slide, please, Leader Natalia. NOM. The next one is NOM. And I guess Leader Lerato is online. Oh, this is his favorite product of all times. He's forever raving about NOM. NOM is a great product that we help, and I always recommend it to people that suffer from high blood, diabetes, or if you suffer from horrible hormone irregularities, or if you're a person that struggles to lose your belly line, the weight around your belly. This one will help because it regulates your insulin levels. It helps in controlling your blood sugar. It helps boost your digestive system. It controls your cholesterol. It also emits happy hormones into it releases happy hormones into your body. It's also a great energy booster. It's good for people that are on a weight loss journey. It's also good for your heart. It's also got a little bit, we've got a herb called Siberian ginseng, which is used a lot for products to do with skin because it's also an anti-aging herb. It also helps you with stress reduction, and it helps men with libido. So if you take Nom and Power, yes, Lerato, I see you, my leader, Nom and all the hearts. If you take Power and Nom and you have it in the evening, or if you have enough hours in the night, you don't want to sleep, if you take GTS, Power, and Nom together, my man, you are going to be a man of the evening. So that is just a small advice to those that want to go extreme. It also helps you with sugar cravings. There are many of us, or many of you guys that are like me, we suffer from that sweet tooth. I always crave to have that slice of cake, that chocolate slab. So if you take Nom, it helps you with those sugar cravings. It also helps you with removing sugar from your bloodstream. And it also slows the rate of the sugar absorption in your blood. And it also produces amino acids that help with the production of insulin, which will help you balance your cholesterol, which is very good for you. And it's good for people that also have got heart conditions. They can take it. It helps with your bones as well. It's good for your brain. If you look at the ingredients that we have there, they are holistic. They don't just help for people with diabetes. I will answer some of the questions once we are done, because when I try to look at the questions and I try to look at my notes, then I get sidetracked. Thank you very much. You can keep posting those questions, but I will respond to them after. So if you look at some of the ingredients that we have, you will see that we've got Malabar tamarind fruit, which I did share with you guys the last time, that it's Garcinia cambogia. That's how we know it in South Africa. We've got Siberian ginseng. We all know, I don't know if you don't know it, but Siberian ginseng, we use it a lot for libido. We use it a lot for nervous system. We use it a lot also for skin. So we always add it into those mixtures. Then we've got guma leaf, which is Genema sylvestre, which is good for your sugar cravings. And then we've got the balsam pear. Again, I said it's Inkaka in my language, which we use a lot for high blood. It is the single herb that is able to help with high blood by just itself without you having to mix anything. So it's part of that here. That's why I say Nom is very good for high blood as well. Then we've got the famous one, fenugreek seed. This is one of my favorite seeds because it does so many things. If you want to lose weight, take some fenugreek seed, place them in hot water overnight, wake up in the morning, first thing in the morning, drink the water. It will lower your blood pressure. It will also help you with diabetes. It's also good for weight loss, and it's also good for men's health, their reproductive system. So it's in this product. That's why I say Nom is obviously Leader Lerato's favorite, as you can see, because it does so many things. And it is actually, I think this is a product that is specifically designed for men together with the Power for Men. Thank you. Next slide, Leader Natalia. Oh, I'm now thirsty. Sorry for that. Brain. This is now power-packed. And the nice thing with our products, leaders, is that you will see BTY and BRN. Yes, they are very expensive, more than the other products, but they have more quantity, you can actually feel when you take brain. I was sharing with Lady Iris yesterday, I think it was yesterday, when I told her that I got menopause at a very early stage in my life because of surgical hysterectomy. And so my brain function was actually getting lost a bit. You know, I would struggle to remember things. I would struggle to take things at the same time. So I needed breaks. And because I'm a herbalist, I used to take my own herbs, but I'm lazy sometimes to brew the herbs. Then came BRN, which is so easy for me to just take every morning. And I have seen myself, I'm able to sit in my lectures and focus and be more participative in class because now everything does get stuck in my brain. It stays there. And also I play lots of games, mental games on my phone to stimulate my mental capacity. And I've seen that I actually beat my own scores very much now since I've started taking BRN. I give it as, I've got my little niece who's got a slow growth or is very slow in developing mentally. So I started giving him BRN and I see him, he remembers colors, he remembers, if you say him, go give him a phone and he looks for a certain number, he's gonna dial that person exactly, even though he cannot really read because he's still very small. But now you can see his memory is very sharp. If you teach him today, tomorrow he still remembers. So if you know of parents or children that are battling, you know, with growing mentally or they're a bit slow in their development, brain is very effective and it's safe for children. So they can take it, children that suffer from ADD can take it because it will help them to be able to focus and it will also help them to just also calm down. And it can work nicely together with RLX. If the child is over hyper and cannot sit still, then if they mix, if they give the child a bit of brain in the morning, and then as the child picks up that hyperactivity, then they can give the child a bit of RLX so that it can balance the child to be normal. So brain is very good for the nervous system. It's good for people that want to concentrate. It increases your concentration levels. It also, stimulates your brain to function at its peak. If you're a person with a very demanding lifestyle, get these drops. It's also very good for people that suffer from depression because it helps them keep focus and it brings them that clarity. It's also good for people that suffer from anxiety. You know, anxiety makes you overthink and you become a bit nervous. So brain actually brings back your nervous system that you're a bit calmer and a bit in tune with what is happening. It's also good for people with menopause. And I've already shared my personal testimony of menopause, that you lose a bit of your brain function or your mental functions. Then brain will assist you if you've got your mama at home who is struggling to remember things or is struggling to, to just cope with the everyday life, give them a bit of BRN. It's also good for people that have suffered or are recovering from a stroke. Also good for epileptic patients. And I think I hinted at first that you can take BRN and mix it with, what did I say you mix it with? Now I'm trying to remember. Oh yes, with GTS. You mix it with GTS. And it will assist people that suffered from stroke. I think that sometime back, I had lots of inquiries from some of our leaders who were asking, what should we give to someone that suffers from epileptic? Here we go. BRN and GTS can really help them. And RLX can also help them relax later on. Next slide, please, Leader Natalia. Multispectrum. MLS, this is my base, my ground. Remember I told you about the liver. This MLS now has similar functions as HPR, but it is more broader in what it does. So I don't know in Setswana what they call izifo zonke, but in Zulu and Swati, we have certain herbs that we call izifo zonke, that whatever is wrong in your body, this zifo zonke will assist anything that is wrong in your body. It's the one that you can take. Yeah. So it corners everything. It's able to do everything. So this is what MLS does. It sorts out your whole body. It takes out what does not need to be there. It makes sure that it removes parasites. It removes anything foreign, organisms that shouldn't be in your body. It removes all those. We've got some parasites that need to live in our bodies. We've got quite a lot. But there is a maximum that needs to be in our bodies. And if they over produce, then they cause illnesses in our bodies. And that is where MLS comes in, because then it removes anything that is excess and it removes anything that is harmful. So it works with the liver because it pushes everything, that detox process that it does, it pushes it into the liver. So if you have someone who is extremely ill at home and you're trying to help this person heal, I will advise you, and I'm not allowed to give advice, I would suggest that let us try combining HPR and MLS as a detox for 3 days, 3 times a day. So in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So you detox the system for 3 days with this tool so that the body is ready to heal. So once you have done the detox system, then you start treating the other things. You have now laid the foundation of healing, and healing starts from the gut. MLS is a gut remedy. It is your gut tonic. It is the one that helps you with your liver functions. It helps you with your gallbladder. It helps you with your digestive system. It helps you with quite a lot. And if you look at the ingredients that are in MLS, you will see that we've got thyme. Thyme is good for your respiratory tract. So while you drink MLS, it cleanses you from right here, right down. So thyme works for your respiratory tract. Ginger also works for your respiratory tract, and it also cleanses your colon. Cinnamon gets rid of your parasites that are in your body, and it's also a nice blood cleanser. Turmeric is good for the liver and for the circulation of blood. Clove, which is also good for parasites and also for people that suffer from nausea. So it helps, it's an anti-nausea herb. Licorice will cleanse your colon, and it also will stabilize ladies' hormones. You know, licorice is a big herb that we use a lot, especially for the reproductive system or for women that are wanting to rebalance or restore their hormones. Chamomile is good for insomnia. It's good for your nervous system. Anti-choke is good for bile flow. Remember, the liver needs to produce lots of bile. So anti-choke is good for for bile flow, and it's also good for detoxification of the liver. And it also lowers bad cholesterol. Fenugreek, we spoke about, it's good for your hair. It helps your hair grow. If you becoming bald, you're losing your hair, you were ill with the illness that affected your hair or made your hair weak, fenugreek, it really works. I have seen it. It's also good for breast development. If you are someone that is you were not gifted in the breast area, like some of us, if you take some fenugreek, you will start developing that. But if you take MLS, it's got a bit of that fenugreek. It stimulates milk production for mommies who are breastfeeding and you struggle with milk production. Go ahead and take MLS because it's got fenugreek. It lowers your cholesterol. It's also an aphrodisiac. So MLS while it cleanses, remember, it opens up everything. Your daddy lion that is in there is a diuretic herb, which means it stimulates the movement of fluids out of your body. It also aids your digestion and takes care of your gallbladder. So if you look at MLS, it helps you from the top right to the bottom. Remember I said hair, from the top right to the bottom. So that's why I said it's zifo zonke. That is why you find in many places when you go to Isangoma, sorry for those that do not know, or you go and want to try alternative healing. When you go to a homeopath, they're going to start you with your gut. Before they get to treat you, they will tell you that let's cleanse your colon or let's detox you first. Even with weight loss, they first tell you detox and then start whatever that they want to give you. Next product, please, Leader Natalia. I think this is the last one. Okay, second last. Power. Leader Natalia, has she gone? I've overstayed. Okay, the next product is Power. She'll catch on with us when she comes back. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. The next one is Power, which is Power for Men and Power for Women. These products, the Power for Men is specifically geared for men, and the Power for Women is for women. Now, if you look, let's start with the Power for Women. It has got great hormonal balancing properties. It's great for fertility. It's great for your menstrual cycle. You find people having a cycle that runs sometimes 26 days, sometimes 30 days. And a cycle, we mean from your last period to your next period. That's how we measure a cycle. You find people have got irregular periods. Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's just spotting, sometimes it's 7 days, sometimes it's 2 days. So Power will regulate all that. It actually helps, you know, when you're about to get your periods or when you're on your periods, women are very moody. And men always can't keep up and deal with us because we suffer from PMS. We suffer, you know, from mood swings. There we become moody because our hormones are all over the place. Sometimes you even have skin breakouts just before your period. You suddenly get pimples. Those are because your hormones go all over the place. And regular taking Power for Women, ladies. Now I'm talking to you, ladies. If you take Power for Women regularly, it will balance your hormones and stabilize your hormone functions that you do not see yourself going up and down like a seesaw. So let's try and take Power constantly in order for it to rectify our hormones. Our hormones are very important in our bodies. Lots of things depend on our hormones. Our hair depends on our hormones. Our eyes depend on our hormones. Our skin depends on our hormones. Our nails depend on our hormones. Our ability to conceive depends on our hormones. Our happiness depends on our hormones, because if your hormones send you all sorts of moods and all sorts of feelings, then you can't be happy. And even when it comes to intimacy, you're not going to be enjoying your intimacy because your hormones are all over the place. Your hormones need to be able to react to what is happening when you are being intimate. If your hormones have left you, then you cannot react. So that is Power for Women. Power for Men is good for prostate health. It is good for fertility as well for men. It is also good for your libido. It might not necessarily, work like that blue tablet, but constantly taking Power for Men will restore and bring you back to your level where you used to be, that it was easy for you to rise up. So if you constantly take Power for Men, you will start seeing the effects. And if you, people that suffer from, early release, I don't want to say it because my children are in the house, so I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible. It's also good for that. because it will eventually help you that you don't find yourself getting early than what you wanted to go when you plan to go to Durban and you end up in Pietermaritzburg. So let's take Power for Men. It's good. Also, we've seen so many men now suffer from prostate cancer. So Power for Men has got ingredients which are very good that will assist in prevention and treatment of, or supplementing of treatment for prostate health. So let's take those. That's power. So every household must have power. BTY. Now, Leader Iris will probably smile wherever she is because she just loves BTY. Now, this is a game changer in the skin or the beauty industries. Yes, no more 2-minute noodles. Yes, Leader Vanoli, I see you. That's what I was trying to say. No more 2-minute noodles because we've got power. BTY works for the skin, and it also helps for, it helps you have beautiful skin by ensuring that it protects against breakouts, and it also enhances cell generation. So for instance, you find that you had a problem with your skin and you had horrible breakout. If you constantly take BTY, it will help regenerate the cells and restore your skin to its best level. It will also help for people that suffer from uneven skin tone. You find that, for instance, I burn a lot from the sun because I'm forever out in the woods trying to find herbs. So I suffer a lot from sunburn, and this is where Beauty Now comes in, and it will clear that sunburn, and also because sunburn leaves you with a whole lot of uneven skin, and as well as your abnormal hormones. If your hormones, ladies, are all over the place, this is where, yes, Leader Iris, I see you. If your hormones are all over the place, they start affecting your skin. You suddenly start seeing, have you ever met a 46, I'm 46 years old. So have you ever met a 46-year-old that looks older? And you're like, Sherana, how did this happen? This one was my classmate. But look at their face. It's when the skin starts aging, or when your skin is not hydrated enough and the collagen does not form properly, and then you find your skin becomes dry and it starts making you look old. So BTY will help you even for aging because it's got lots of anti-aging herbs. If we look at your, let me just see what herbs do we have in here. We've got chamomile. Chamomile, it's a great anti-aging. It slows your age. It slows aging of the skin. We've also got aloe vera, which is also anti-aging. We've got anti-choke, which is also anti-aging. And anti-choke and dandelion are actually very good because they generate new skin cells. And milk thistle, I see they've put milk thistle in there. Remember, milk thistle is your great detoxifier. It works with the liver. It detoxifies anything that is not supposed to be there. So while in order for your skin to balance and come back, your liver needs to be able to detoxify, and your hormones need to be brought back to balance. Your blood circulation needs to be in balance. That is why you see in BTY, you will see some of the ingredients that are used in MLS and HPR, and you'll see some of the ingredients that are used in RLX and brain. You will see them again in BTY. BTY, and I think I shared the other day on our WhatsApp group that I had taken BTY, RLX, and ALT together one evening, and I went into a complete sleep frenzy. And I could not even wake up the next morning, and I could not understand why these three drugs me. And I got to pick up that the ingredients that are on these three combined, there's ingredients that can really enhance sleep and are also used for people that suffer from insomnia because they skull cap in ALT, which actually is a great sleep enhancer. So The BTY will also make you sleep better because it needs you to have your beauty sleep so that it can work. If you do not rest enough, if you do not sleep your required hours of sleep, then your body gets tired. And when you wake up in the morning, you've got these black circles around your eyes, and you've got this horrible tired skin. And that is why BTY will also enhance your sleep and will also do the other functions that are done by the others. So hence I said to you, if you want to correct anything, go to MLS first or HPR, get these two and start with those as your base. If you want to correct your skin, start with those two, and then BTY is your maintenance product because it ensures that your skin gets to its best and it remains that way. I think, yeah, I think that is me in a nutshell. And just to share with you, which something that I did not share when we start, the anion, the negative anions, we've seen that our products work with the negative anions, and they've made reference to, the energy that you get when you go to waterfalls or when there is thunder and lightning, that lightning clap. And when you go out, you will see that every time that there is lightning outside, the minute it stops and you go out, the energy that is out there or the atmosphere that you will feel that it's completely different. And I will always remind you that most in our Black culture, and I've seen also in other cultures, that if you're going through a very hard time in your life, they will tell you, hi, let's take you to the sea to go and get cleansed, or let's take you to a waterfall to go and get cleansed, because there's that negative anions that you will pick up, and it's good because it will rejuvenate your whole body, your spiritual alignment, and your whole system will start working. So expose yourself always to places that are of nature, that are natural water. Go to the sea if you are in KZN. Go to the waterfalls if you are in Howick or here in Mpumalanga. Just go to nature, and you will always come back recharged, because your body gets to recharge. And I've shared, I think the group of leaders that came down to help me launch in Nelspruit, I took them to the waterfalls up in Graskop, and I said it will be unfair if I let them go back to Gauteng without them getting rid of some of that Gauteng negative energy. So they just needed to recharge themselves and go back to Gauteng as great recharged leaders. Thank you very much. That is me signing off. Maybe now, another slide. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this one. All right. Sorry for that. Now, people sometimes struggle as to when they need to take our products. Let's start with products that you can take in the morning. I like the first point there that says, before taking, drink 200 ml of warm, still water. Water activates the system. So first thing in the morning, when you wake up, I always tell people, when you wake, go to bed with a glass of water. Put it next to your bedside. Now I'm telling you spiritual stuff. Put it next to your bedside. Let the moon energize that water. When you wake up in the morning, drink that water. It will activate all your organs in your body, and it will also activate your spiritual alignment and also helps your whole system. Now, alt you take before breakfast. Remember, alt has got a bit of immune boosting properties, and it's also for your respiratory problems. So it is good to take alt before breakfast. Remember, I said alt also helps with allergies, hay fever, your sinus and your asthma. So why would you want to start the day without safeguarding that particular space in your life. So understand that first guard your lungs, your whole respiratory system, together with grow. Grow you take before 10 a.m. Remember, grow is your defense. So you cannot go and start the day without a defense system. So your defense needs to be there. You put it first, and then you get on to the other products. Now, the next product that you can take still in the morning is GTS and brain. Why do we say take GTS and brain? And I remember, I think it was Leader Sochi, and she, before I even knew the time frames of when you can take certain products, and we were sharing when she was in Nelspruit, and I was telling her that, no, brain you must take first thing in the morning. And she's like, hey, this woman even knows that brain must be taken in the morning. Yes, because brain, you want to activate your mental capacity. So you cannot be activating it in the evening when you're going to sleep. You need to activate it early so that you can have a good day. GTS, remember, gives you energy. It also gives you endurance and strength. You cannot go out when you are feeling pep. You know, your energies are low. So pep up yourself so that you step out of your house with an optimum brain, an optimum respiratory system, an optimum immune system, and an optimum energy. So now you can step out. And then the next one, if you have any problems that you need to correct, which is your maybe diabetes, your high blood, or anything with your gastro, you can take your NRM and ice, and you can take it after eating. Why do we take ice after eating? Remember, the food that we consume sometimes causes that acid. So we need to immediately take something that would be able to release that, maybe that injects, what you call it, now I'm trying to read there and I forgot. The heartburn and the acid reflux or whatever that you will be struggling with. Even ulcers, sometimes if we eat spicy food, then you will feel your stomach start, that your ulcers have started. So it is good to take your NOM and your ice after eating. Heart, HRT, take midday, the peak of the day. Your heart needs to work. The peak of the day, you take your HRT. STP, you take whenever you need it. Remember, it's for pain. So whenever there's an attack on your body, even in the middle of the night, grab some STP. SLD, 3 p.m. We all know when we wake up in the morning, usually our joints don't pain. And we don't have body problems when we wake up in the morning. But around the afternoon, then our body starts telling us that there is a problem with our mobility. That's where we take slide in order to increase and give relief to our joints and our whole mobility system. Power, we take power in the evenings. I always say, take it a few hours before your bedtime. Whatever you're going to do in bed is none of my business, but it is an evening evening product. So take it in the evening. If you are someone that is very quick, take it an hour before so that you can really be there. RLX, 8 p.m. Take it at 8 p.m., even if you know you sleep at about 9:30 or 10, because while you are still preparing to sleep, it will work on your nervous system and it will help you calm down so that you are able to have a good night's rest. MLS and HPR, I'm going to combine these two, MLS and HPR, very important. Do not take them when you start off. You take them in the evening so that they can work the whole night to detox your system. And when you want to do my suggested remedy of detoxing for 3 days, that's where you want to push your system to detox fast and be able to see the results a little bit faster if you are suffering from a illness that has been with you for a while, or a condition that has been a stubborn condition or a chronic condition. So you shock detox, which is your 3 days, 3 times a day. But for normal, just everyday maintenance, or when you just need to maintain, you can take MLS and HPR in the evening. Thank you very much. Leader Natalia, was that the last slide before I say goodbye again and maybe it's not? Ah, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Fantastic, Amina, fantastic.
Do we still have time? I see there are many questions. I think there's about 80 here.
I think there are not so many because you answered most of them, but you can read. I think people are waiting, you promised.
Okay, I'm going to try and quickly just scan through. RLX, good job, leaders. So simple and okay, great. Thank you very much. Powerful. Okay, thank you, Leader Malindi. Thank you, Leader Listejo. Leader Njebo. Thank you very much. Leader Julia, Leader Queen, Leader Lerato, Leader Iris, and then Albert, Leader Albert. Thank you very much again, Leader. Okay, Ice put the flame. Okay, what about constipation? I've covered that. That